Hi, I'm Johnny from UltimatePaperMache.com. I just wanted to make a really short video, and I can't do it in my studio right now because it's kind of a mess. I've been working on a really huge project. I just wanted to let you know a little bit about that project. And I do want to remind you that I do have some books that would be really good presents for people who like to be creative. These are not for children, not for small children anyway. You know that, of course, if you've watched all the videos on my YouTube channel or come out to my blog. These projects require a little bit more eye-hand coordination than the kindergarten level paper mache that you might be used to. These are, well, actually, most of the people who comment on my blog tend to be my age. People who are really excited about making things. They've got time now, and they want to do some sculpting. They want to try it out to see if they're really going to like it as much as they always thought they would, but never had time for it. So I hope you keep these in mind. Animal sculptures, of course, you're real familiar with these because I make a lot of videos using the techniques that are in this book. The mask book, I made this one actually because I ran out of room in the house that I was living in. I ran out of space for sculptures on tables and shelves. So I started making sculptures for the wall. I don't actually go to a lot of Halloween parties, but I didn't start making a lot of masks. So that was why this one came about. The doll book started out because my parents and I actually made these dolls with the exact same patterns and everything. I think it was in the late 80s. And we went to the really big juried art shows in the Seattle and Portland area, and we sold out like every single time. We couldn't make them fast enough. When we were making these, people didn't buy them for kids. They bought them for adult doll collectors and just people who like kittens and puppies and bunnies. I mean, who doesn't? So that was where this came about. This coloring book is available on Amazon in print form, of course. You can also find it for free, the PDF, and download it and print it off yourself. If you happen to have some kids around the house this holiday who get a little bit bored and they like animals, you can go ahead and go out to my website and pick this up. I'll put a link to it down below the video. And then this guy, tiny paper mache dogs. They're about like that big. And of course, this has been a really popular book because people want to make portraits of their own dogs. And basically, there's so many patterns in here for the armatures for different breeds that you can make almost any dog you want to using this book. So I just wanted to remind you that I do have these books. They'd be a great present. And if you would like to make your own presents, there's a lot of really good ideas in here. Now, I wanted to also, though, just a minute here. Now, this is the project that I've been working on. This is the reason that my studio is in such a mess that I can't take my video in there. It's not his fault. I just happen to get a little carried away when I'm working, and I just don't want you to see it. I've been working really hard on this fellow. It's a baby unicorn and his friend. So there's two patterns that belong with this. This is what I've been working on for the last month. The sculpture itself isn't taking very long. If you were really dedicated, you could probably get him done in about 5 days. I'm using epoxy sculpt, so you don't have to worry about the drying time that you would if you were making something with paper mache. But the reason it's taking a really long time is that I'm also trying to learn some software and making some changes to my website so that I can put up long-form classes that are much more detailed than the ones that I'm able to put up on my YouTube channel. My whole point of making the blog and all the YouTube channel videos was to help people feel really confident about their ability to make something. But I've been really frustrated lately because I have to leave so much out when I make my YouTube videos. The most recent one, my squirrel, for instance, I made a squirrel out of epoxy clay, not this brand, but the same basic thing. And I put 2 videos out, which seems like it should be enough, but I didn't get a chance to show people how to sculpt the face, for instance. There's all those little details, the steps, what do you do now, what do you do next. So this fellow is going to be the very first one in a new section on my website. So I'm learning the software that will let me put together like a school almost, classes, so that a person would be able to go in, sign up, and watch one video, do the steps in that video, see the screenshots underneath the video, then go back in, they'll know exactly where they left off, they'll watch the next video and do the next steps. And it's, I'm hoping that will be so much more satisfying way to learn how to sculpt if you're really, really into it. So I haven't got there yet. It's taking me like a month to figure out the software and get all the videos and build the class. I really wanted to get this one done so that you could, maybe if you know someone who really likes unicorns, you'd be able to make it in time for Christmas. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I will put the announcement up as soon as it's done. And I would really like some input from you guys if there's any specific project or some materials that you want to know, if there's some challenge that you have that you would like to learn more in depth, something that would actually fit into an actual class type situation. I'm really hoping you'll let me know. Your feedback is so important to me, mostly because I get excited about everything. I tend to do animals mostly, but I'll do almost any kind of material. I'll make them big, I'll make them little, I'll make them outside, inside. Different ways of painting them. I just get, I have a hard time focusing. So, and I also don't know what you would like to see. What would you like to learn? So if you would give me that feedback, I would really appreciate it, and I will keep it in mind as soon as I get this guy painted and I get his class up. Then I'll keep your suggestions in mind for what I do next. That would be so helpful to me, and I would really appreciate it. So go ahead and put comments down below, or you can do it on the YouTube channel. You can come out to my website and put comments there, any place. I see them all, and I would really, really appreciate it. So that's all I have for you today. Have a great Thanksgiving and the rest of the holiday season, and come visit me, ultimatepapermache.com.